Christmas has arrived here in our living room and I'd love to share it with you. Hey, it's Becca. Welcome to my channel where today I'm excited to continue my 2025 decorating season by sharing with you our family room, which is pretty much ready for the holiday season. How about we start with this beautiful new rug, the focal point of our family room. I usually have a snowy rug here, but this year I thought let's just bring in lots of color. I shared this in my decor haul last week, and I'm happy to link it again down below. It's just that perfect deep red, although you've got a little bit of a lighter red. Got the pine cones and ivy, and I love that you've got the checked center. This has cozied our room up so much, and it's even prettier in person. And from there, we'll have a look at the bookcases. On the top shelf, I kept my canisters with the book pages, but right in the middle, just placed a few ornaments in this canister to add that one little pop of color. Love using plaid this time of year. You will see it in every single room. And this little beaded garland I've had for so many years. I just kind of break it apart and use it all over the place. Coming down here, I have these beautiful houses. We found these at Costco maybe 3 or 4 years ago. They came with the trees as well. And what I love is that they're on a timer and they light up at night. It brings such a cozy factor to the bookcase. Then I brought back these adorable plates. They're part of the Better Homes and Garden line. I found these maybe 10, 12 years ago. And then to tie in with the berries and ivy, I added this little piece of garland. Down here, I've added another house and tree because I'm a huge fan of the diagonal method. And then the bowls and dinner plates are a part of the same collection to tie in with the cute little salad plate. And then on the bottom shelf, just added a basket, place to throw in there. And I like that the plaid ties in with the plaid ornaments that I added to the canister on the top shelf. I shared this beautiful nativity in my decor haul. I found it at Home Goods and am so happy that I found the two angels a few years ago at TJ Maxx because it all just looks like it goes together. And thankfully I had enough trees that I could scatter a few throughout so they tie in with those over in the bookcases. And now let's have a look at the tree. So this is a new purchase and it's one of those viral trees that we tried to get last year, couldn't find it anywhere. So we were excited to finally get one this year. It is even prettier in person, not because of the ornaments, but because of the twinkle lights. So if you caught my video last week where I shared my Christmas decor haul, I chatted for a moment about lights and how if our tree just has lights that are the steady on, I love to add 1 or 2 strands of twinkle lights just to give it some movement, dimension, and whimsy. But this tree, what I love about it is that it has an option where some, not all, twinkle, giving you that just holiday perfection in my humble opinion. Here's a closer look so you can see the ribbons I added. I talked about this beautiful one in my decor haul video and paired it with the diagonal plaid ribbon I shared. That is from Hobby Lobby. And then a solid red ribbon just to kind of ground the other 2 ribbons. And then just placed ornaments in red, green, but more of an apple green, although I did scatter some darker green, and white. These snowflakes are from Michael's. I don't know that they carry them anymore, but they are such a great filler. I have them in a couple of our trees. And then no surprise, I have my crazy topper where I just love to take several different branches or stems and gently place them right down into the tree. That is always the first thing I add because if I wait and add them after the ornaments, I end up knocking the ornaments off because the stems can be rather long. I have a few angels placed in and around just to tie in with the nativity over on the bookcase. From the tree, we'll turn over to the mantle. I love decorating a mantle, especially for Christmas. There's just something about it that can kind of set the tone for your entire room. And even if you don't have a fireplace or a mantle, just having an open shelf can serve as your mantle beautifully. I started off with a very basic garland, my favorite garland from Walmart, which I think I can link below. And then I just like to build on it by adding either another garland, so I've doubled it up, and then I just add, like, I've got the frosted eucalyptus, frosted berries, and then these frosted white branches, just to give a little bit of contrast and depth to my basic garland. And then I finished it off with my favorite little lights, which these have different settings as well. They'll twinkle if I'd like them to, but I'm just keeping them plain so that the trees twinkle is the star of the show. Here's a closer look at the mirror. Found it at Hobby Lobby. I'm able to link a similar one, but I love the shape, that beautiful gold and the little embellishments. Then I place the wreath in front of it with some lights and berries, although I still need to add the eucalyptus and white leaves. To our little gold sconces, just placed leftover greenery and a simple red bow, just to help frame the wreath in the middle. And here's a closer look at the houses that match those that are over in the bookcase. I love, once again, that they light up at night, and I can't wait to share it during my nighttime tour. We've had these trees for many, many years, but I like how they kind of help to frame the houses. And here's a closer look at the garland. You can see the frosted eucalyptus and branches and berries. And down here I brought back this chair, which I usually have here for the holidays. Placed a simple red pillow, and to dress it up a little bit, just added a bow. And sometimes I'll tuck a little sprig of greenery. I may end up doing that after all. I did that last year, so tried not to this year, but it might need just that little something. This vintage sled and our little ice skate ornaments have been here many times before, but I just think it's so cute and it fits for the season, and I like that the height of it almost matches that of the chair, just for balance. From the fireplace, let's walk a few steps over here. In my Christmas decor haul, again, that I shared last week, I'll link that video below in case you missed it and want to take a look. I shared with you these beautiful green pillow covers that I found online. I had been searching for the perfect green for quite a while, but they always had a weird undertone, so I am so happy to have finally found these. But I layered these in the back, so they are my backdrop, and then added these whimsical red and white stripe with the little pom-pom trim right in front. I just love how that solid green pairs nicely with a little bit of a pattern. So I have the green at each end along with the red and white stripe, but then in the middle I have this cute pillow. I shared this in my decor haul last week as well, but I like how it picks up on the colors that I've added to each end. And then I just repeated the same thing over on the love seat and the accent chair, although I ran out of green pillow cover, so I just opted for the red and white one instead. But I did have an extra tree pillow, so that kind of pulls it all together. And then over here in the corner, kept the pedestal table, just added a round tray for contrast. I have this little scallop bowl that I added a candle to, although I need to go find the wreath to layer around the base of it. Got books, a house to match those on the mantle and bookcases, oversized pitcher, and these really pretty winter branches. Although I'm bummed because I cannot find my white light up branches, so I ordered some new ones. Unfortunately, they're not here yet. Decided to bring the wreaths back, hang them in the windows. I don't believe I've hung them this low before, but I kind of like them here. Using the same plaid ribbon that's on the tree. And then for a little vintage or whimsical embellishment, just clipped one of these candles to each wreath. I saw creator Jen over on TikTok do this, thought it was a fun idea, and I got those lights last year. They were on the tree in this room, but now they're on another tree, but I had enough left over that I could attach one to each wreath. And then on the coffee table, just to add some warmth, I layered this little furry rug on the bottom, placing my woven tray on top. Then I've got my candles for ambiance and one more nativity. Thanks for hanging out with me today. I hope you enjoyed the video and will consider subscribing to my channel. I'll be back next time with more Christmas decorating, and I hope to see you then.